Marshmallow clouds scudded across a blue sky, and the sunshine was warm and welcoming. Perfect weather for a paddle. "Come on, into the pool," I called, tucking my dress up and kicking off my sandals. My older brother, Stephen, aged 6, scampered after me, to the bottom of the garden, to our family swimming pool. The pool was, in fact, an old man-made well, left over from one of my dad's building projects. It was filled with rainwater, and though it was deep in the middle, we could climb over the low stone surround and paddle around the edges. Nowadays, it would doubtless be a health and safety hazard. But back then, in the summer of 1973, we thought it was the height of luxury. "No splashing," I giggled as I dipped in a toe. We spent the next few hours jumping in and out, squealing dramatically when the water lapped over our clothes, teeth chattering when the sun went behind a cloud. Later, inside the house, we dried off and got into our pyjamas. Stephen helped me to find my slippers and held my hand to steady me as I walked back downstairs. Our mum, Florence, had already left for work at the local pub and had prepared homemade meat pie and mash, ready to reheat in the oven. Our father, Arthur William Bowditch, known as Bill, never cooked. Stephen and I ate at the kitchen table, feeding the scraps to our little dog Puff, a brown and white mixed breed. "She loves pie," I beamed, as Puff lay down under my chair. To the outsider, it was a tableau of domestic bliss. And to the lady in the local shop, to the postman, the milkman, the vicar, we must have seemed like a normal, happy family. Comfortably well off, we lived in a 3-bedroom detached house, built of light brown bricks, with a traditional glass front door. Downstairs was a large living room, kitchen, dining room, and a small office for my father. We wore hand-me-downs and jumble-sale clothes, but then so did many of our friends. We didn't have many toys or luxuries, but again, it was the same for lots of other children. Arthur Stephen, known as just Stephen, was the eldest, and I was aged 4. We were warm and well-fed, well-behaved and polite, and there was nothing to mark us out from any other family. Mum, as was typical of the era, was the main caregiver, but she was often ill. She had breathing problems from a spell of whooping cough as a child, and was in and out of hospital throughout her life. When she was well, she worked as a chef and did all of our cooking and cleaning on top of the childcare. Dad was a builder, a stocky man, strong and solid, though not especially tall, with a beard and dark brown eyes. He had a rich Somerset accent and a loud voice. He was strict, with a rigid set of regulations for his children and his wife. An old-fashioned disciplinarian. He was, to the outsider, quite typical of his generation. Children should be seen and not heard. Make your bed each morning. No shoes allowed in the house.